What is going on, Grinders? It's Chief. We're in the building. It is Take Your Pick'em, and it's the weekend, folks. Or we're approaching the weekend. It is Friday. It is June 9th, 2023, and I am very excited and so elated that you guys are supporting the show, allowing me to talk you through a few plays that I come across day in and day out. This show is not the same without all of you beautiful, wonderful people. It should be a good day today. We've got a nice, large, robust slate, and so there are a fair amount of plays that are on the board that I like today. I don't think I'll get to all of them, but as you know, I do try to give out at least three. Yesterday we had some plays get canceled, so we did have the one play come through for us if you were following along there. And so, of course, as you know, it is winning words of wisdom. And so this is something that I like to infuse into the podcast because I just think it's just so much beauty in positivity. And I just think the more you allow your mind to be positive, think positive, view things in a positive manner, then things are just going to continue to turn your way. And so I've got something here, and this is something coming from Napoleon Hill, and it's all about living in the moment, in my opinion. And so Napoleon Hill, this is what he says. He says, your big opportunity may be right where you are now. A lot of times, man, we look at others, or we look at family members, or we look at an additional situation. But man, listen, the thing that you want, in your life, it's all controlled by you. You control your own destiny. You are the key to unlocking all the success that you want to see in your life. And so your big opportunity is literally right where you are. Some of you want to start a business. Some of you want to maybe start a family, get married, make more money, whatever it is. You are the key. The positive thinking is the key. You got to put the work in. You got to grind. You got to learn. But I'm telling you, folks, there's beauty in positivity. All right. I'm off that train today. We're going to go to a quick recap, and I know we kind of already talked about it briefly at the top of the show. But for June, we are 6-9-1. So 6 plays correct, 9 plays incorrect, 1 push. Yesterday, we had 3 plays, 2 of them DNP'd because of the smoke situation. Hopefully, everybody in Canada and up the northeastern coast, praying for you guys, praying that all is well, the air quality improves, man, and hopefully things get better for you guys. We pretty much have hurricane season every year where I live, and so I do understand what it's like, not from a smoke perspective, obviously, but just things being awry, having to evacuate almost every year. So hopefully you guys are okay. All of you that are listening there and have families there, pray everybody is okay. All right, yes, we had 2 plays at DNP. We had Graham Ashcraft, less than 4 strikeouts. Graham Ashcraft did come through for us. Now, he did get injured, so that was kind of what made it a non-sweat endeavor, if you will. I don't like losing on an injury because that means someone's hurt and someone's family member is hurt. But it's kind of how it goes. I a lot of times will lose on an injury if I have it over. And of course, there's no reboot on PrizePicks, so the sites aren't giving us anything for that. Yesterday, it kind of fell in our favor. So Graham Ashcraft under 4 strikeouts. So that's where we are in terms of the plays today. So we've got a fair amount of plays that I really like today. And I've got one in particular. Now, this one isn't going to account. This one is not going to count in the official tally. Okay, this isn't accounting in the official tally. But I wanted to give this one out because I think it's beneficial for the industry as a whole. So I think, and I could be wrong, but I think most of us are going to be on the Mets pitcher there, Tyler McGill. I think we want less than the projections on that prop. And so as a result of that, Tyler McGill had come in at 5 on Vivid. He was 4.5 everywhere else. Last I checked, he was 4.5 on Underdog. He was 4 on PrizePicks. He was 5 on Vivid. So I wanted to give that one out. Once again, this won't count in the official tally, But if you were looking for less than the projection, I think getting it in on Vivid at 5 is definitely where you want to be. And I'm going to check right now to see if it's still at 5. And no, McGill is now down to 4 on Vivid. So if you were able to get that in on 5 earlier today, that was one I wanted to give out just kind of as an aside, because I felt like that's just something that the industry as a whole could have benefited from. All right. So we are on to the plays, folks. And first up on the docket, I've got a play that I like here, and it's going to be Daniel Lynch. He's at 4.5 strikeouts. I think that's a touch too low. He may get up to 5, but I think at 4.5, facing Baltimore. Baltimore's been a good offense, don't get me wrong. Daniel Lynch is sitting at a 27% K rate, 27.1% K rate this season so far. Daniel Lynch is not someone we're worried about getting strikeouts. We're worried about him getting blown up. So if he doesn't get blown up, I think what we're going to see is a pretty good outing from Daniel Lynch today. And so I'm going to pull it up, obviously, shared on the screen here. And so yesterday I was having some issues because the new Plate IQ flipped over right before the show. Today we are ready to roll. One of the things that I like about Daniel Lynch, in addition to that K rate, as we can see here, we've got him at 27% K rate on the season so far, 60% K rate to lefties, 30% to righties. Obviously, we see the K rates on the season for the Baltimore Orioles to lefties. He has a couple of guys in here that have pretty nice K rates, 27% to Hayes, 28% to Santander, 24% to Urias, 33% to Henderson, and 22% to Mateo. Now, that's on the season. I can look at the past 30 days as well, and we can see that they're actually a little bit more improved up top. Still 22% to Santander, 20% to Hayes, right? 23% to Urias, 22% to McCann, 53% to Gunnar Henderson. Those are the last 30 days. And then when we go to the usage, and this is something that we've seen, obviously, but now we can kind of click through it a little bit more. He's throwing fastball, slider, changeup. That's mostly what he's throwing. One of the things that I like about this opportunity for Lynch is we can see we've also got projections up here now. So we've got the K prop at 4.5. Obviously, we've got him projected, or the Plate IQ has it projected for 4. Clearly, I don't agree with that particular projection. As we see here, this team has not hit sliders that well, and that's something that I took note of as I was combing through today. So we see that he's throwing sliders, and then lo and behold, look at that. Look at the slider numbers here, people. 30% K rate to Hayes, 29% to Rutschman, 32% to Santander, 27% to Hicks, 36% to Urias, 27% to McCann, 35% to Henderson, 29% to Mateo. This team as a whole, not hitting sliders particularly well. If he has good location today with the slider, this team is going to have some trouble, really like Daniel Lynch here on the day. Once again, sitting at a 27% K rate. So this is something that I really like for Daniel Lynch. All right. And that's across the board. He should be 4.5 across the industry. All right. We're moving to another play here. And this one has pretty much caught up around the industry as well. And this one it's not going to be a popular play, but this is one as I've analyzed it and gone through my process, this is something that I really like here. And that's going to be Garrett Cole. So Garrett Cole is facing Boston today. The bottom of the Boston order has not been as good as the top of the Boston order, but I think things are starting to normalize back out. And we've got Garrett Cole. He's at 7 strikeouts now across the industry. I did check. He is at 7 on Vivid. He was at 7 on PrizePicks. Let me check Underdog because he was still 6.5 the last time I checked on Underdog. He may still be there. And if that's the case, no problem. We'll just get him. Yeah, he's probably cleared out now. I see it's grayed out. He's probably back up at 7. At 7 strikeouts, folks, today for Garrett Cole, we want less than that projection. And here's one of the reasons why. I'm looking at Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole has a 25% K rate on the season, which is a tick lower than what we're used to. We're really used to Garrett Cole being closer to 30% in terms of his K rate on the season. And as we can see, that's current and last season for those bets. But on the current season, we can see Boston not striking out not a ton at the top of the order. And then the last 30 days in terms of the comparative analysis here, we see that Garrett Cole is down to 21% over the past month. I don't like what I'm seeing here. And not only that, not only is the K percentage down, the walk rate is up just a tick. and he's walking lefties now, at least the past month, around 15%. So he's not being efficient with lefties right now, and he's also not striking them out as much, sitting at 20%, a 20% K rate to lefties on the season. Compared to last season, when you look at the numbers here, folks, as you can see, and I'll talk through it. Look at the numbers from last season. Had a 32% K rate, 35% K rate to lefties, 29% K rate to righties. Something's going on with Garrett Cole. So this is something here. Something is going on. The K rate is down tremendously. We've got pretty much a 10% K rate bump in the last 30 days compared to this last season. I'm not sure what's going on. Something's awry here. I will probably get in Baseball Savant so I can dig in a little bit more and see if there's something with angles or spin rates or whether or not his pitch is dropping or not getting the same velocity. Something's going on. At any rate, at 7 strikeouts, and I waited for the bump. He was at 6.5. At 7, I want less than that projection for Garrett Cole. And as we can see here, at the bottom of the order, he will have more strikeouts, and I understand that. At the top of the order, not so much. This game will be played in Yankee Stadium. Hopefully that yields to more runs. And speaking of more runs, we want you guys to run away from that terrible smoke and do so. Put on that N95 mask and also visit our friends at Shady Rays and get that eye protection that you may need. Kick off the new year with gear built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered from the sun to the slopes with premium polarized shades, customizable snow goggles, and much more. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've worn. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures. That's not all, folks. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair is covered by the lost and broken replacement policy. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they'll send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. Wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after the purchase. With Shady Rays, you can look good and feel good. And to date, they have donated over 20 million meals to fight hunger with Feeding America. If you don't love them, exchange them for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for listeners of Take Your Pick'em, visit ShadyRays.com. Use the promo code RotoGrinders and get 50% off 2 pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try it for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 500,000 people. 200,000 people. Sorry about that. 500,000 is coming for you, Shady Rays. All right, we're moving on to our next play here. And this is another one that I really like. We're going to go with another less than projection here. We've got Jordan Montgomery sitting at 5 strikeouts. I don't think the industry is going to agree with me on this one either. We're going to take less than that projection of 5. As we see here, Jordan Montgomery has been struggling overall this season in terms of the K percentage, only at 20%, right? Struggling with lefties at 17, righties at 29, and then over the past 30 days, everything has dipped a tick, right? Not walking, guys, but it's giving up hard contact. And as you look over the Cincinnati Reds, this team is not striking out a lot to lefties. Newman 10%, McClain 20, Indy at 27. And then we've got Ellie De La Cruz. He's just entered the league, so we don't know where he's going to shake out in terms of K rate completely, but he hasn't struck out yet. Steer at 20, Stevenson at 21. Hopkins is obviously new as well at 0%. Fairchild's at 34, Barrero's at 20 and at 24. And then if we look at the last 30 days, we see that India is up, but as a team, really pretty low K rate percentages, and this team has also been playing well. So I like this opportunity for us here at 5 strikeouts. We want less than that for Montgomery. We see that he's throwing sinker, changeup, curveball. Those are his main 3 pitches, right? And so as we look here, we can see that on the sinker, this team will be okay. Like there'll be some strikeouts, obviously, but we will be good. We've got the sinker there. Look at these sinker numbers, folks. I pulled them up today. Barely any strikeouts. And some of them are limited batted ball events. Not a lot of strikeouts on the sinker, which is his primary pitch. We'll go to curveball, and we can look at that. Then we go to the curveball. Obviously, there's some strikeouts there. Half the lineup striking out a ton. The other half not a lot. A lot of limited plate appearances, batted ball events. And then we've got the changeup. And typically on the off speed, you'll see some strikeouts there. But look at this, folks. 2 guys with a pretty high K rate, and then the rest of the lineup is not striking out a ton. Some in limited plate appearances because they do have their younger guys starting to play baseball. So, folks, listen, I really appreciate you joining me. We're going to go through a quick recap, and then we will send you on your way for the weekend. Let's hope we get the brooms out today and get the sweep going. At the top of the board, folks, we've got, we've got Daniel Lynch, 4.5 strikeouts. We want more than that projection facing the Baltimore Orioles, right? All right, next up on the list, we've got Garrett Cole, 7 strikeouts. We want less than that projection facing the Boston Red Sox. We've got Jordan Montgomery, 5 strikeouts. We want less than that projection facing the Cincinnati Reds. Folks, you've been tuning to Take Your Pick 'em. I'm Chief. Come in with your pockets empty. Leave with your pockets full. Let's get the sweep, and I'll see you back here on Monday.